Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh. For this week's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about something I haven't really talked about before, and I was kind of scared to talk about, but this week's video, I just thought that I would come up with some different ways in order to be a good kisser. I just thought that there would be some of you out there that would have questions about this, so I hope that you guys like this video, and if you do, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below telling me about like your first kiss, or if you want to kiss somebody, or if you've never kissed somebody before, just like leave me a comment down below. But with that being said, here are a couple different tips on how to be a good kisser. The first thing that I came up with that I think you need to do before you do anything else, you need to make sure that the person you're kissing actually wants to kiss you back. You have to make sure that you actually want to kiss that person that you're about to kiss, because before I talk about any of that other stuff, like this needs to be done first, because if you don't feel it, or if they don't feel it, and the whole vibe is just like awkward and it's not just like, it's not a good feeling, and the whole thing is gonna be messed up. You're not gonna be a good kisser, they're not gonna be a good kisser, there's not gonna be anything going on except for you guys just feeling awkward. So I think that's the first thing. The next thing that I think is important is that if you're gonna kiss somebody, one of the main things that I think you need to do is make sure that like your mouth is clean. Like if you don't brush your teeth and you don't have good breath and everything is just looking really ratchet. So yeah, the second thing is that you wanna make sure that you just keep your mouth clean and you brush your teeth and you make sure your breath is fresh and you maybe chew gum or do something along those lines that just keeps your mouth really clean. The next thing that I came up with that I think is really important is that if your lips are flaking off and your lips are just burning and they don't feel good and the other person can kind of see that like something's going on with your lips, that's definitely a sign that like you're probably not going to be a good kisser if you're allowing yourself to kiss somebody with a bunch of chapped lips and it doesn't look good and doesn't feel good. So I would just say like make sure that your lips aren't chapped and you have some like lip balm or something. The next thing that I came up with that I think a good kisser would do is like be creative when they're kissing somebody. I feel like a good kisser will like mix things up a bit, be creative with it. And I don't know, you can like think of how you would make it creative or whatever. I'm not gonna like talk about that, but I just think that being creative while you're kissing somebody makes somebody a good kisser. So the next thing, when you're kissing somebody, in order to be somewhat of a good kisser, I feel like you need to be gentle. If you're like chewing on somebody's lips and you're like biting them and doing all this crazy stuff and you're basically hurting them, I would definitely say that that's somebody who's not a good kisser. So I would say keep it where you're like gentle and not hurting that person. Moving on to the next thing, and I only thought of this because right now I have a cold, and when you're kissing somebody and if they have a cold or if they're sick, you can't like breathe through your nose. So if you're kissing somebody, I think in order to be a good kisser, you need to like pay attention to what that person is doing. If they can't breathe through their nose and you're kissing them on the mouth, if they feel like they're gonna pass out, then and that's probably a good sign that you're not a good kisser. Make sure that you like listen to the other person. You just like pay attention to what they're doing, and I feel like that is just another sign in order to tell if somebody is a good kisser. Another important thing that I came up with is that you want to make sure that you look good and that you smell good. If you don't look good and you look like you just rolled out of bed and maybe you don't smell good, maybe you smell like BO, all of these things put together are going to show that person that you don't really care. It just helps in general if you're kissing somebody. If somebody thinks you're a good kisser, they're probably going to look at everything. They're going to smell you and everything. So yeah, I would say that's the next thing. I hope that you guys like this video, and I hope that it helped maybe some of you guys out. I don't know, I just thought maybe some of you would have questions about this. You guys might not have had a first kiss yet, or you might be nervous to kiss somebody, or you might not know like what to do. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about it, and I hope that you guys like this, and I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day. And I love you guys so much, and as always, I will see you guys next Saturday in next week's video. Bye!